Okay, so we are working on a, well, it's just kind of a little celebration thing for Cyber Monday. So I'm gonna draw the bottom of my sign right here. I've got a little sign that's gonna be right here. And so I just wanted to do that little part first. And so usually I don't start from the bottom of the drawing first, but this time I am. This is the legs of what I'm drawing. So I hope it works with me working from the bottom up. Okay, so I've got kind of like a little rounded area right there like that. Okay, and I've got kind of like a, yeah, a little thing. And then it goes down like that. Okay, so what else have I got in here? Oh, kind of one of these little kink neck kind of, well, it's kind of like the worm body, sort of, kind of like this. Kind of like that, sort of short. Let's see. I think that I might draw the glasses first. Or no, I think I'm going to draw the mouth first. I'm going to draw the mouth like this. I'm going to draw the mouth. And then I am going to, yeah, we're going to do that like that. And then we're going to draw some little jagged teeth in here. Little tiny jagged teeth. Okay, we've got little jagged teeth in there like that. Okay, so now I want to add a little nose in here. We're going to do a little nose like this. And then I'm going to do some little dark circles right here for the nose, for the nostrils. Okay. And so I've got to do, well, I'm going to make kind of a little circle-y area right around here. So the body, you can kind of see that the body's attached here. And so now what I'm going to make is some sunglasses right here like this. Some sunglasses. Oops, let's get in here in the picture. That would be sort of cool just like that, wouldn't it? I think that would be sort of cool if I left it like that. That would be kind of fun right there. I don't know, maybe I'll do this and I'll just make a screenshot of it a little bit later. I'll hold it up here like this, and then I can do a screenshot and then do my own artwork later. I did too many TikTok. I did too many TikTok AI lives. And so I had to wait for like 24 hours before I could do any more because they have so many people that are doing them. Now I can do as many as I want on YouTube right now, I think. Well, maybe not. I think I do have limitations on YouTube. I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say I can do as many as I want. It's just that, you know, I like doing different things, so maybe I don't reach my limit. I don't know. But I don't want to just make AI all the time. Okay. Oh, I didn't finish my glasses. I need to finish my glasses. Okay, let's finish our glasses. Okay, we've got great big giant oversized glasses right here. Oh, we got comments. Oh my gosh, I got some comments. Yay. Hello, Lee. 16. Is that R6Q or 16Q? Hello. And who else have we got in here? We've got one more person. Nay, Fault, Nayalison. If I said that right, I don't know. I hope I said it right. I'll just call you Nay if you want me to call you something else, you can leave it in the comments and I'll call you something else. Um, I know me with my chat screen names, it's not a big deal I've been called light stand, I've been called all kinds of weird names for I've just been called stand, I've been called light. I mean, people want to know. I mean, sometimes they're just plain old nosy. It's like they want to know what your real name is. It's like, why do you need to, you're not even going to remember my chat name. You're not going to remember my real name. Even if I come back here later on in the day, you're not going to remember. So why is it necessary for me to give you my real name? It's just not. And I'm not going to do it. So don't give people your real name. Don't tell. Oh, that's a cool picture too. So let's do this. Now it doesn't have a head on, and it has no arms. Oh, you're Navy? You're a Navy person? Oh, Navy. I used to be able to tap 3 times on my screen, and there was a tap 3 times on my screen, and then it would pull up close so I could read what it was. I can't read what it is right now. I'm just having a hard time. Let me pause my computer screen, and then I'll see if I can get over here and see what and that way I can zoom in and see what you all are writing. Let's see here. Okay, let me zoom in here. Okay, Navy Allison. Okay, so I'm going to change my settings. Oh, I'm already down to 144, so I've got the lowest quality. So that means there's less tug on the computer screen when I go down to the low quality. Thank you, Navy Allison 188. What kind do you do? Navy videos, or that's your name, Navy VL? And then Clehint. I just noticed Clehint is in here. Clehint. Navy is your nickname. Okay, Navy Allison. So we can call you Navy. I like the name Navy, actually. What did I do with my picture now? Uh-oh, this is not good. What did I do with my... oh no, it's right here. Do I have 2 screens up? I would not be a bit surprised if I have 2 screens up. I do have 2 screens up right now. Or no, do I have 2 browsers up? I think I do have 2 browsers up. Yeah, I'm going to leave my other browser up. I was looking up myself from another YouTube channel that I had, looking for some ideas of things that I did on my other YouTube channel. But I'm told I'm not supposed to really talk about it anymore, because if I don't want that negative stuff to keep coming up, and that's really unfortunate, because it's like, well, basically what you're telling me is I have to censor myself out of life pretty much, and out of the algorithm, if I don't want the negative things that happen to me, which, I mean, I call that a sort of victim shaming right there. But okay, I didn't leave myself enough room to make the hat how I really wanted it, so it's going completely different from the hat that is in the image that I'm looking at. Okay, so I've also got, well, I'm going to make this shorter. We've got a little Christmas tree up here too. Okay, I'm going to draw the Christmas tree. I think I'm going to do it first. Yeah, I'm going to kind of just do it like this, as this might work a little bit better than doing it. Yeah. Yeah, that works out a little bit better, doing it like that. Well, that's kind of a pathetic looking tree, though. Well, that's all we need is a little tree, right? We don't need anything that elaborate. I am drawing a Cyber Monday blowout robot. That's what I'm drawing. It's a robot here. Do you see it? And so it's got some like little electrical type component things and stuff on its face like this that are just kind of, well, weird. It looks like it's broken, but it's not. It's just got kind of like the, and that's what I'm drawing. It's a robot. It just doesn't have any arms yet. Um, it has a lot of arms. It actually has more arms than what I'm going to be able to fit in my image. Well, it has some gifts in the arms too. And so what I'm going to have to do is, well, let me get busy on, let me do at least one arm. Okay, let's do one arm. It's holding up. I'm not going to be able to do the stuff it's holding up, I don't think. I'm going to hold this arm up. Well, actually, I think well, then I'm going to cover up I'm going to cover up the top of my tree. That's what's going to happen. Okay, it's holding a phone in this hand, like this. Okay, so it's holding a phone right here like this. So what I'm going to do is, there was supposed to be a little star at the top of the tree. Well, let's do this like this, and we'll put that, we'll just put it right there in the center. So it's holding a phone, and so this is kind of in celebration for Cyber Monday. So let's do this. Let's do Cyber Monday blowout. We will do Cyber, I hope I have enough room. C Y B E R Cyber. Well, I just gave myself not enough room, I think. Let's make the Monday small. M O N D A Y. And so I wanted to make block letters though, which I just didn't. But we're going to add block letters in here. That's what I wanted to do with some block letters. So it doesn't have to be perfect, doesn't have to be all boring. And just make it however we want to make it, like this. Cyber Monday, and add a little bit of the block lettering. It doesn't have to be real thick block lettering, just a little bit. Cyber Monday, and then blowout. We'll do blowout's kind of a fun word because my brain sort of goes to farting. Because if I want to, well, we can't have kids watching anymore. I know TikTok has taken away. TikTok has literally taken seriously about the things that were going on, and they said nobody will live stream on TikTok who is under the age of 18. So there's something else going on with TikTok where they found some harm taking place. And I know when I was on TikTok this morning, I happened to see that. Now, another thing I'll say is I don't know how this happened, but I made 3 cents this morning on TikTok. I'm not monetized on TikTok, but I did a live stream with a guy yesterday, and they did a clip, and the clip paid me 3 whole cents, which this means then I would need to hook up PayPal to TikTok, and then I could get paid the 3 cents through PayPal. But it's nothing bad. The clip isn't anything bad or anything like that related to, what I was talking about? The clip is about senior citizens getting $20,000 a year. And what I said was the senior citizens are lucky to get $20,000 a year, and some senior citizens are not getting any money. Now, my thought of what senior citizens are is people who are over the age of 50. I can even take it down to the age of 40, because now if you have United States military who's retiring out of the military at the age of 40, then they're a senior citizen. They're retired, right? And um, so we have a lot of things that are taking place. Now there are people, and so I'm really, really kind of having a hard time. There's a lot of things there's people right now who are saying, well, how come nobody's talking? Why is nobody talking? Nobody wants to talk. And I don't think that I don't know if they're in late to the game or what is going on. Some people what I'm seeing right now is a lot of people who are coming on the internet and they don't know how some of the websites work. I mean, they're probably internet savvy. It's just that they're not familiar with TikTok. I watched a guy this morning who actually, who they had him on a live stream, and he had no idea he was even on the live stream. So somehow he just got into the live stream. Okay, so yeah, Cyber Monday. And so I've got my little robot here that I'm working on. Well, let's put it this direction. His hat should have been a little bit better than this. So Navy says the same thing happened with Roblox. Most parents are deleting their kids' accounts on Roblox because kids were getting harmed through Roblox. Yeah, I know how they were getting harmed. I'm not going to mention it because it was adult. It was the adult. Well, I can say adult content. I don't think that's bad. It was it was like adult content that children should not be seeing. And so I've even said that about YouTube, and I know they don't want to get rid of kids because that's where they make their bread and butter. That's where they make their money, is off of kids. So it's kind of, it comes with, the people who start these websites. For example, if you have a financial website that's just finances, a kid is not going to be able to use that website because kids under the age of 18 are not going to be able to start and open their own bank account. It was like 21 plus, things that kids shouldn't see. Yeah. Um, yeah, I've consistently had young people on YouTube in my live stream, and they have been saying, oh, well, I'm 9 years old. Well, sometimes I kind of question some of the voices on chat who say they're not 9 years old, because anybody can come into chat and say they're 9 years old or 8 years old. And, I had a man actually tell me he went into a woman's group on Reddit and pretended to be a woman for a long period of time, and he got kicked out all the time, when he wrote something. And I thought, well, gosh, I'm a woman and I've gotten kicked out on Reddit for writing things. Just writing normal things, so if I went into a religious group and I put what are people making for Cyber Monday, I'd probably get kicked out for that reason, because I wrote something about Cyber Monday and it wasn't about religion. And so I've just noticed that a lot of religious groups on the internet want to talk about food. That's kind of what they talk about all the time, is food. And, so when they're not talking about religion all the time, they talk about other things like food and, um, I don't know, it's just strange. Food and medical sometimes. I've noticed that with church pastors. They talk a lot about um, medical and food, and it's strange. It's just kind of strange. Um, a word that makes you happy. A word that makes me happy. Can't even think of a word that would make me happy. If I put a sticker up, then it's going to be in the front and nobody's going to be able to see me draw. A word that would make me happy is that you have a forever home. That's what would make me happy, is that I have a forever home, um, and then all this stress would be taken away. That would make me happy. Otherwise, I can't think of a word that would make me happy right now. Um, so, okay, let's see what else we can draw. This might be a little bit crooked. It's probably going to be a little bit crooked. I know the algorithm is trying to see where we're going with things, and when they do take kids off of the internet, okay, we're going to put our bow right about here. We're going to make a bow. Yes, I am drawing. Oh, thank you. Thank you for saying that you love my drawing. So I didn't have enough room on the top to put my bow, so what I'm doing is I'm putting it on the side. I'm just putting it on the side like that. It's just kind of a holiday gifty thing. So I'm hoping that these little lines here are going to depict kind of a glass screen here, like that. There. So we've got a couple of arms here that we have done, like this. It looks like little paws. It does. It looks like little paws. Now, Mr. Robot has 2 more tentacles coming out of it. I don't know that I have enough room for all of the arms, but there's technically, there is, yeah, you know what? I do have room for, okay, let's see how we're going to do this. We're going to take you, and we're going to put you right here like that. Yeah, we've got to do these because these are kind of fun. Okay, so we're going to take this little thing this direction. We're going to go down here like this, down here like this. Okay, and we have, how am I going to depict this? We've got kind of a little pleat in there for a pleated, oh yeah, that is working. Okay, it's nice when it works. And so we've got a robot arm kind of like this, and so we've got okay, and this one's kind of cute here because we have got, it's just dollar signs is what it is, dollar signs on the bag. It's dollar signs on the bag. So we've got a shopping bag there with dollar signs on it. Okay. Roblox used to be a kids game, and now it's like 2025. Kids can't experience Roblox like some people who were here when it all started. Yeah, that's kind of the same thing as, well, that's one of the problems with trying to mix kids, smash kids in with adults. Then you end up, the thing that I found is you end up with adults who don't even know that kids are in the room, and adults sometimes get a little bit saucy and spicy on each other, and then people are wrongfully accused of things that they're not doing. And I've heard that about a lot of men um, who have said that they've had accusations against them for things they didn't do. But unfortunately, then there's the other side of it, of men who have gotten away with doing things. And so then it's always the same people who are getting away with doing things. And then they're just taught that they can keep committing the same crimes over and over again all the time. And, so um, I don't know what the solution is. I guess if parents can't keep their kids off of the internet, then maybe there should be some sort of regulation that's keeping kids off of the internet. I mean, it seems to be a sore spot for a lot of people. Now, the only thing I would say is that kids who are on the internet should not be earning revenue. I don't know how the rest of you feel about that, but I know that there's a lot of kids, and historically, they've said that there's been a lot of kids, like in Hollywood and stuff like that, who have earned millions and millions of dollars. And I think they want to try to convince people to believe that the money is in some sort of a fund or something like that. But it always sounds like it ends up getting mismanaged. And so then it's the kids who end up not even getting the money. The kids don't even get the money. And so, okay, we've got another arm we're working on. Let me see what you just wrote. You wrote something else. Most parents are deleting them, not only because of the 21 plus thing, like drugs or drinking, but also the creators of Roblox are going to allow online dating. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, I wouldn't. Online dating is not something that's going to make me want to go to Roblox. It's just not. I'm just not even a fan of online dating right now. Nowhere close. Um, I've had my fill of online dating, and it's I guess that I used, what I used to say about online dating though. Let me see if I can draw another bag while I'm blabbing. I used to say that people who are living parallel lives potentially could meet someone through online dating. So for example, let's say you lived in the same county with someone across the way from you, and the two of you never crossed paths ever. But through some type of online service or dating or something like that, I'd always said, well, gosh, there's always that possibility that through online dating, you could meet that person. And so I was someone who always said, like with online dating, you always had the potential to meet someone that you may not come across in real life in your own county or in your own city, because so many people are working, and so you would never maybe come across that person. And so, I think there's tens of thousands of potential mates and people that you could come across, and even in your own state, maybe they're only 50 miles away from you, and you're just never going to cross paths with that person, but maybe you could be a complete and utter match, perfect match for each other. Well, I mean, so now it kind of takes the fun out of it, because adults really can't be adults. Because adults can't say adult things. I mean, so many people have said there's harassment that comes out of the internet. To varying degrees there is. However, the other side of it, what I'd like to say is that when someone is writing something, is it harassment? So if they write the word, what would a word be? You know, I've had people actually say that um, what I was doing was bullying when I was talking about what happened to me personally in my own life. They would tell me, oh, well, you're bullying me. I'd actually had writing a message to, how do I word this? I'm not sure how to word this. Writing a message to a family member. It wasn't any of my kids, but it was to a family member, and they used the wording that my writing to them, trying to talk to them about something, they said, well, you know, technically, what you're doing could be considered bullying senior citizens. And it's like, well, wait a minute, I'm a senior citizen as well. So you're going to use that against me. I'm a senior citizen. And you're a senior citizen, and you're going to say, I'm bullying you because I wrote to you. You're a relative. It's like, okay, well, I'm better off to not actually talk to that relative anymore. If you're going to say that I'm bullying you, you know, so the word bullying in and of itself gets thrown around a lot out of context just to get people to not write to them and leave them alone anymore. But then, you know, and yeah, let's see, and they are in court for the same reasons. Who's in court? And the same thing with Club Penguin, people are getting kidnapped. I'm not sure what you're referencing, but you're talking about in court for the same reasons. Um, yeah, kids are in court. Oh, the kid's taken into court for child protective services, or, well, we'll see. That's the thing I have concerns about too right now. I've been thinking about is all these people on the internet, and it's like, well, okay, so you've got people who are entertainers. This is one of the biggest ones I've seen, the entertainment industry. And so they're trying to mimic and mirror what people are doing online. And so they take everything that people do on the internet, and then they want to apply it to real life and think, oh, so first they want to say nothing on the internet is real. But then, on another note, they want to take the stuff on the internet and then say, oh my gosh, this really happened to me. So it's like all they are is casting bait, 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 bait. That's all they're doing it's like they're casting a bait, and they want things to go back to the old way where the networks were favored. Well, people aren't interested in the networks. I know for me, I would just rather check out of it altogether. I haven't watched TV in, oh my gosh, um, you know, I might turn it on maybe once every few days, you know, for maybe about 20 minutes or so. But it's just the same old garbage all the time. And it's just talking about the same, it's just like one topic only. It's the same thing. And it serves no, it's just like, it's like, well, who wants to hear about the same story? Oh, it's just like headline news from back in the 1990s. And headline news, that's all it was doing, was reading the headlines. It would tell headline news at one time, if you're not familiar, it actually, it was kind of related to CNN somehow. And so it would just read through the headlines. And so it would tell like a little blip. It was kind of like short videos right now. So it's almost like headline news was a prelude to what we have taking place right now on the internet. You know, where you see, where you can read a couple of sentences. So you can read the title of the video and then a couple of sentences of what the video is about, and that's it. That's kind of like what headline news was, if you're not familiar. And so then they were just reading the same thing over and over. And so this was kind of at the beginning of the internet too. And so I started thinking about this stuff, you know, when I was thinking about search engine optimization. It's like, well, this is where we go, that all these networks. How long am I going to stream for? I'm probably going to be done soon because I think I'm about done. Um, I've been keeping them shorter and shorter all the time because I don't need to be on the internet that long. And I think I'm probably about done. I've said enough. Haven't I? I've said enough. And I think that looks pretty good. And we'll end it right here. And we will, I have a couple more maybe for Cyber Monday that I'll do. But I just wanted to do a couple more drawings because then maybe people get ideas on how to draw and do something simple and quick. And I'll see you guys the next time. Thanks for watching.